I tried every beach food in Brazil. Well, the beach food that I could find at the beach I was at. And some of it was really nice, but other things, how do I say this nicely, wasn't to my taste. And for those of you wondering where I am, I'm at a beach in Santa Catarina, in an area a bit less well known called Governador Celso Ramos. And I really like this area because it's got some really beautiful beaches, and also it's a bit less busy than the really touristy areas like Florianopolis and Balneário Camboriú. And you can see I've become a true Brazilian, so I drag beach chairs and parasol with me, using this beach cart dolly. The majority of people on the beach sit on beach chairs. Some of them even have some small gazebos. Very few people just put a towel down on the sand and lie on it. And I bought this tool as well, which most people have on this beach as well, which makes it a lot easier to make a hole for your parasol. You can see what a professional beachgoer I am now. I can put up a parasol in 1 second. Or, yeah, maybe not. Actually, it's quite embarrassing how much I struggled to put up that damn parasol today. But I finally did it. And so after all that hard work, I started getting a bit peckish. So I went and ordered a very typical beach snack here in Brazil, and that is corn on the cob. And so you have these kiosks dotted along the beach, and most of them sell corn on the cob, the fried food, french fries, pastries and crisps, and lots of drinks as well, non-alcoholic and alcoholic. And so these kiosks, they boil the corn, and then they serve the corn on the cob with salt and butter. And they leave some of the green outer leaves, so the husk, around the corn so that you don't burn your hand and your hand doesn't get all dirty with butter. And the cost of this was 10 reais, $1.90, so it's pretty reasonable. And you can't really go wrong with corn on the cob as long as it's cooked well and it's got lots of butter on it. It tastes really good. And I really like eating this on the beach because it's a healthy, tasty snack. So I'm going to give this 8 out of 10. And then another thing you can buy at these kiosks is something called pastel, which are these deep fried pastries. And you can choose different fillings for inside the pastries. You can choose minced meat, chicken, prawns, and then they also have sweet versions as well, so you can have chocolate inside and condensed milk and other things. I always go for beef because I think it's the one that is least likely to cause any problems in terms of food poisoning. Because you do hear some stories now and again of people getting sick. And the price of this pastel was 15 reais, which is $2.90. And that's quite a good price, I think. I mean, you can see it's pretty big and it has lots of filling inside. I mean, yeah, in my opinion, anything that's fried in oil tastes pretty good. I mean, I give this a 9 out of 10. So, I mean, it's really tasty. Maybe not the healthiest, but really tasty. And then another thing that's very common to eat at a beach in Brazil is called queijo de coalho. So this is similar to halloumi cheese and originally came from the northeast of Brazil. And you have lots of these sellers with food carts selling this cheese. So you can see this woman here selling it. And so she keeps the cheese here in the cooler box. Then she puts a bit of oregano on it. And then she has this little mini charcoal barbecue. And then she puts the cheese on the grill and then slowly barbecues it. So it gets this brown texture on it. But this cheese doesn't melt. So she's just doing this in order to heat it a bit and give it this kind of slightly burnt texture. And the cost for one of these is 15 reais as well, so that's $2.90. And yeah, it's basically heated halloumi cheese on a stick. And yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this. I mean, yeah, I like halloumi cheese if you put it in salads or in a wrap or something. But just on its own like this, I'm not a big fan. So I'll give this a ranking of 4 out of 10. And then another beach food that you see a lot, and again you've got sellers walking around with carts selling this, and that is espetinhos. So these are meat skewers or shish kebabs. You can choose from beef, chicken and prawns. And the way he cooks it is similar to the cheese I showed you earlier. So he's got a little mini barbecue as well, so he just puts the beef on there, just adds a bit of salt, and then barbecues it for a couple of minutes. And you can also see that he's putting sausages up there, and that's because he also sells choripan, which is basically sausages and some bread or a baguette. And yeah, that's really good as well. And the cost of this espetinho was 18 reais, which is $3.40. I'm not sure what cut of meat he puts on it. Yeah, it's a bit chewy, but the taste is okay. I mean, Brazilians do really good barbecues. But this was okay. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. And then there's lots of sweet snacks you can buy as well. So one of them is called Cocada. And these are sweets made out of coconut and sugar. Sometimes they put in some condensed milk and some other flavors, a bit of chocolate or something.
Oi, tem com leite condensado?
Tenho cocada de leite condensada.
Sim, eu.
Como?
Sim.
You can also see she's selling other things, so she sells hasoka and pede moleki, which are sweets made out of peanuts, and then she's also got some fruits dipped in chocolate. But I just went for one cocada with condensed milk in it. And that was 10 reais, which is $1.90.
Looks a bit strange, but let's have a taste. Yeah, taste of coconut and sugar. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, not my favourite sweet, but I give it a 6 out of 10.
But it isn't my favourite sweet that you can buy at the beach. That is acai. So acai is a small dark purple berry that comes from the Amazon rainforest, and it's really healthy because it's full of antioxidants. And this couple here, they sell acai in a cup. So I went for the medium size, which is 20 reais, which is $3.80. And you can choose what toppings you want. So I chose condensed milk, powdered milk, and banana. But you can see you can also add granola, M&Ms, and peanuts. So these two are probably a husband and wife. So the wife makes it and the husband deals with the money, it seems. And so she starts off by squirting in condensed milk in the bottom of the cup. She then scoops up the frozen acai. She then adds in powdered milk, then adds more acai. And then tops it off with more condensed milk and the bananas.
Muito bom. Obrigado. Ciao, ciao.
And this tastes really good. I think it tastes a bit similar to blueberries, I guess. But this is very tasty, and also the fact that it's cold is really refreshing on a hot day at the beach. So I'll give this 10 out of 10. And if you're thirsty, there's nothing better than buying an agua de coco, which is coconut water. And it's really cool how they serve it. So they just cool down the whole coconut, and then they drill a hole into it and just put a straw in, and you drink it from the straw. And yeah, it's nothing more refreshing than having some cold coconut water at the beach. But it is slightly pricey, I think. So I paid 15 reais, which is $2.90 for this coconut. I mean, I remember paying a lot less in the past. So I think the prices have gone up quite a lot. But it is really good, so I'll give this 10 out of 10 as well. And then there's another sweet snack called Churros. So this is a fried dough pastry with a filling inside. It can be doce de leche, it can be chocolate. And it's coated with sugar and sometimes cinnamon as well. And the one I went for had doce de leche inside, and it was 15 reais, which is $2.90.
Yep, that's pretty good. I would say I prefer acai. Yep. But still, nice and sweet.
And then finally, another sweet snack you can have is ice cream. And so you have lots of ice cream sellers on the beach walking around. And the two big companies are Kibon and Nestle. So you can see lots of these sellers are going around. But I personally prefer another ice cream called paleta. So this is a traditional Mexican ice cream or popsicle. And these popsicles have a filling inside, which can be fruit, chocolate, condensed milk. And I think they're really nice. And actually, a few years ago, I think Brazil was going crazy over these. So I remember seeing them all over the shopping malls, and there were queues. Everyone wanted to buy these, and then there were loads in the supermarket as well. And now I think it's calmed down a lot, but I still buy them because I think they're really nice. So I chose one with condensed milk in it, and it is really good. And you can see inside here that the filling with condensed milk. And then there are other foods which I didn't feel myself trying because I tried them on other days. One of them is French fries, and that costs 30 reais, which is $5.70. And yeah, it tastes like French fries, pretty good. And then they also serve lots of deep fried foods as well. So you can buy deep fried fish balls, and you can buy chicken nuggets, deep fried prawns and fish as well. And they vary in price. I bought some deep fried fish once and that was 50 reais. And then if you go to bigger beaches, then you have even more options. So there you can buy fish with rice and beans and salad and lots more things. But you can't do that at the beach I was at because it's not the biggest. So I hope you liked this video. Please leave a like, subscribe, got any comments, leave in the commentary section below. So thanks for watching, until next time.